Hi, my name is Pilma II. In this audio, I will be sharing with you the phenomenon of ask and receive. Millions of people have been attracted to it, but not as many have been able to use it in their life. This is the reason why I am talking about this, because ask and receive is not magic. It is very practical wisdom. It's simple. There's nothing complicated about it. When I examined my experiences, I noticed that there are steps to it. There are basic elements to it, and when you follow it, it will happen. There's nothing impossible. One of the greatest experiences that I've thought was a miracle, but then now I realize no, that's the way things are. That's the way the universe works. There was a time when I had no money and I had this very deep desire to study. So I asked for it and followed my intuition. And it led me to another country to live out my dream of studying. So this is real. Ask and receive is real as night and day. When I examined my experiences, they're very close to what the scripture is saying about it. The scriptures, which is basically a book of wisdom, has been telling us how it's done. So again, it's not magic. Let me read what scripture says about it. I am referring to the version of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 7. Wow. Isn't that amazing? 7, 7. 7 is a number that symbolizes perfection. So verse 7 says, "Ask and you will receive. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you." Ask, seek, and knock. Those are the three elements of ask and receive. That's the secret behind the secret. How does this work? They are like steps. So step 1 is to ask. When we ask, we don't ask from our ego because our ego is too afraid and it wants things to cover up its fear. So we ask from our heart because the intentions of the heart is the language of the soul. What is it that you really want? Something that you desire so strongly, that keeps on coming back in your mind, that it's an aching desire, that it's almost like prayer. That's what we're looking for. Ask from your heart because it's your soul that's speaking, and the soul knows what it's doing. The soul knows why it wants what it wants. So therefore, when you start with that, there's nothing impossible. It will happen. Okay. So once you've got that, once you've recognized the intention of your heart, we go into step 2. Step 2 is to seek. To seek is to be watchful of signs. Be sensitive to synchronicities. They are paths. They are opportunities that lead you closer to what you have asked for. So when you're able to catch a sign, go to step 3. Step 3 is to knock. And knocking is simple. Take the sign, follow the sign, take that path. Ask, seek, and knock. This is what I've done with the recent thing that I have asked. I have a tendency to always follow my intuition, so I realize that this has become natural to me, to ask, seek, and knock. I'm not conscious of doing it, like a rule, like a method. I have been trying to write a book, but because of my background, so many years in the corporate arena, my writing is very businesslike. But I wanted to write an inspirational book. So every time I start to write, I would ask for guidance. And the word that I'll use is to make me a scribe of inspirational ideas. I would do this so often, as in every time I sit down to write. And in a week's time, I had synchronicities. There's three that came to me. One was a book called Writing Down the Bones. So immediately when I had the nudge, when I remembered it, it's on my shelf. I reread it, and on the same week, I encountered a video wherein the person was talking about automatic writing. And the automatic writing is a concept that was the same as the discussions in the book. And the third sign was a video that talked about channeling. These three concepts are similar to each other, although channeling is technically understood to be a message coming from outside. But my experience speaks more of a oneness with spirit. So the inspiration comes from the spirit within, which is connected, united with God, that is in all of us. So when we tap into it, meaning we release the clutter from our mind, we can listen to that voice and be able to catch what it wants to say. When I received those three synchronicities, I was inspired to try it. This is the knocking part. It was scary and awkward to do something that was very new. The first two attempts were funny because the lines didn't connect. The third attempt was perfect, and it surprised me because it came out in minutes, and what came out looked like a poem. And I'm not a poet. I have never studied poetry, although there was a time in high school I wrote a poem, but it took me a long time to do it, and was a very short poem. Now it comes in minutes, and I use it to inspire me during the day or as a guide for the day. And this is what I'm sharing with you. If it resonates with you, then it also came out for you. Here it is. Beloved, I am so happy, happy as can be. When you smile, my heart warms in your embrace. Take my hand, we fly by night to see the sunlight in another world. You're overwhelmed, I know you are, to see grandeur in all expanse. When you were small, I watched you play, laughing with you in your gay. I touched your face as your playmate did. It was me, you see. Here we are, with no more secrets. You know me as I know you. We are one, you and I. Let's bask in this beautiful world. I thank you as you thank me, for I am in you as you are in me. It is all that's ever been. All the channeled poems are now available in book form, entitled Whispers of Unconditional Love, Learning the Language of Soul Through Intuitive Poems for Daily Inspiration and Life Purpose. It's now available on Amazon and Smashwords, which can be read on all reading devices. You can share it with your friends and loved ones this coming Valentine's Day. I hope you'll support it. The proceeds will be great help to finance materials and logistics in this endeavor. That's it. Thank you for listening. I'll be uploading other videos in the future, more about intuitive poems, spirituality, and self-actualization. If you'd like to listen more to these audios, just click subscribe so that you'll be notified when new uploads. Your likes and comments are helpful feedbacks for future audios. For now, thank you and have a good day. Bye.